Hi, it's Mild Red Songbird, Mild Red Bird Song, Rendell Einstein, Henry Ford, Freud, Pearls, Emma Young in New York City. So we had reporting to you from St. Francis of Assisi. That's Robin Bird Song. Robin Bird Song, St. Francis of Assisi. At Maria Cott's writing group, which is now Sheilah's writing group, because Maria Cott is going to be doing the games group, as well as her job as a banker here. Okay, so let's get started. So Sheilah was terrific. She's done a lot of work on herself. So she's very open. And she's an art director here who has put my collages all around the place in the art room and in the office. Now this is Milton Harris. Milton was my father in a past life. He was also John Milton. His name John Milton, who wrote Paradise Lost, I think so. And he was Homer, who had a tremendous impact on the Greek culture. He wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey. And today he wrote about the prompt, which was to write what you like, 20 things you like. So he wrote about WBAI, which I asked him if he knows Gary Bird. He said he does, because Gary Bird is one of the disc jockeys on WBAI, as well as WBLS and WLIB. And I've known Gary Bird 45 years. So has Edwin Birdsong, my husband, my first husband. And Gary Bird was Ptolemy, and who wrecked astrology, trying to make it Greek instead of Babylonian. Babylonians had it right. So since Ptolemy wrecked it, it's become kind of a joke in America, when really it's a tremendous help to look at the stars that can predict our future on earth. And he was Herod. I was Mary, Jesus' wife, Jesus Christ's wife. And Herod, of course, is one of the killers of, was he a killer? I think he was, because he put, instead of saying, don't kill Jesus Christ, he's an innocent man, indeed he's a perfect man, he left it up to Pilate, who left it up to the Jews, and so both of them said, kill Christ. So Christ was killed, and Mary's been grieving ever since. And a lot of the book I'm writing, which Pythagoras suggested I write, Pythagoras is Peter. Peter suggested I write a Bible. And I thought to myself, yes, that's a great idea. Pythagoras is so smart. And I'll make it the woman's version, because in the men's version, Eve is the cause of the sin in the world, which is nonsense. It was just a misunderstanding, and I can explain it in the Bible. Also, Milton mentioned Michio Kaku as one of the things he likes. And I heard him because he's one of the things that I like, one of the people I like. And he teaches at a professor at the City University of New York. Or he did the last time I heard him, when he said, Americans are dummies. The American education system is the worst education system known to science. I was shocked to hear someone admit that. I knew it was true, but to have a scientist admit it was a breath of fresh air. It made me feel normal and sane and smart and, aware. Also, Milton mentioned he likes hamburgers with onions, and I said, let me warn you, Milton, you have to pay for those animals' crimes that you eat. So if you eat a cow that when he was, some other animal ate some other animal who ate some other animal, you got to pay for all those animals have eaten and killed. And it's a high price, very high price. So I don't suggest anybody eat dead animals. Heavy, heavy price. Whereas a carrot or lettuce or spinach, they don't come from a shady past. Also, This is Michael Raker. We took a picture in front of Orlando's new sign. This is one of his signs, Happy Valentine's Day, and that's Robin Birdsong of St. Francis of Assisi, and that's me when she came to visit on her way to and from her father's funeral, her father being Edwin Birdsong. When a newborn baby is born, the world gets one more chance. And that's Sing Birdsong's picture. That's one of the songs on our album. I wrote the lyrics for this album, and I did his hair, creating hair art, which other people have since emulated. This was Christmas up here. You can see Christmas. Orlando's new sign is Happy St. Patrick's Day. This is St. Patrick, Melanie L. Spear. And that's her daughter, Ostara Gloria, with her. She's my daughter, and Ostara Gloria is my granddaughter. She's going through very severe karma where she's in the custody of a pedophile, and I'm hoping she'll be freed from that, having paid off the bad karma, and can come to live with me, her grandmother. Oh, also about Milton, I didn't just tell him that his incurring tremendous amount of bad karma eating those dead animals. I gave him solution. This is broccoli and spinach pizza. Now this hardly costs anything. And we have a vegetarian group started by RN Jessica Tona Minter, who was Clara Barton, the hero of the Civil War, who started the American Red Cross that comes in and rescues victims of tsunamis and things like that. So Jessica started a vegetarian group for Fridays, and Maria Card assists her. Robin has been a lacto-vegetarian most of her life. I raised her that way, and I'm a lacto-vegetarian since 1970, and Sing Birdsong is a vegetarian all his life, except I think he has some Parmesan cheese, and when he was in Turkey, they gave him beans and rice with broth on it. And Sing Birdsong is a projection of Charan Singh, who's Jesus Christ. And so he's, when he was Wilbur Wright, the aviation father, and he's my son. I'm very proud of him. Okay, Robin and I wrote this book, Sneezy the Greasy. Sneezy the Greasy. Look how T.J. Robson made the words look greasy. He was such a genius. Sneezy the Greasy babysits Abigail. This is Abigail. A picture of my granddaughter, Jindar Ransinger, who was my mother. And she helped me tremendously. Robin was my aunt, Doni, who also helped me tremendously. She was my other mother. And she is the one who told me you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So she started me on my journey to find the truth. And I found the truth of the Bible, and the truth of creation, and the truth of the Creator. And now I'm qualified to tell the truth, because I know the truth. This is one of my collages, and this is Judy Redinger, was in the writing group today, and Judy was Eleanor Roosevelt. Now she and Pythagoras have a very good relationship where they talk about things they have in common. They're both baby boomers, so they come from the same canon, is the word Michael Raker turned me on to today. That body of works, that's a culture. And okay, so I can't really think. I want to say congratulations to me and Rob, and we got a royalty check the other day from Trafford Publishing. You can get this book, Sneezy the Greasy, a great, great book. Robin wrote it. I gave her the title and the concept of the characters. And Robin wrote it. She was Dr. Seuss, so you know it's seamless rhymes, excellent, excellent rhymes. So excellent. It seems so natural. You don't even realize she's rhyming. That's what you call seamless rhymes. And it's available at Amazon.com. Written by Michelle Birdsong and Robin Birdsong. Illustrated by T.J. Robshaw. I'm just searching my mind to see if I'm leaving anything out. Oh, Andre the coal miner. I found that I thought he was black because his skin is dark like black. And just like he thought I was Italian because my skin is light like Italian. So we found out that I'm black and he's Jamaican Dominican. And that was interesting. It's a community and we're finding out about each other as we find out about ourselves. And Andre talked about a car. And I said, what kind of car? And he said, a Ford sedan, a Maverick. And I said, and then he started telling me the color of it and what it looked like inside. And I said, oh, you love that car. And he said, yes. And I said, that's what we have in common. Because I was Henry Ford. And he was delighted. I said, there's love between us. That's how we got together. And he was delighted, and I was delighted to know that we have more in common than just a person who met each other 6 months ago. This is Subway. See you on Broadway. I am writing per Govinda Singh as Jesus Christ. Told me to write a musical. And I'm writing a musical about the love that he has shown me, his sister. The Creator had him be my guardian angel, and he has given up his life to be my guardian angel and protect me from the evildoers. And he got inside me to guide me, and he was quiet in me, meditating, contemplating until I was ready to accept his presence without being afraid. Oh, I hear a voice in my head that says I'm crazy. Oh, it scares me, until I stopped doing that and actually listened to him and actually had his words ring true to me. And so we're at that stage, and he's extremely helpful. He's with me 24/7. He promised he always will be in the spirit form with me 24/7. And he actually married me physically, spiritually, last April and impregnated me. So I'm sitting here pregnant with his child and also with his father's child. This is his father's son. And so I have twins. This is by both of them. So there's the three of us. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. In physical form, though, I have a physical form. I have the light in me, but I have a physical form, which I showed you. Okay. All right. This is a tremendous amount of information, and you know what? I read a very personal statement about myself and about how I wished, as a child, I had been alive in the time of Jesus Christ. Not realizing as a child that he was my husband. No wonder I wanted to be alive with him. And I cried when I heard the story that they crucified him. And I just thought it was just, everybody cried when they heard that story. No, it was personal for me. So when I finished reading, I mentioned some of the people I'd been in past lives, some of the characters. I'd been Freud, I'd been Fritz Perls, a German psychiatrist. I had been Emma Jung, Carl Jung's wife. Carl Jung is Dr. Jordan Peterson, who was Muhammad, who was Nietzsche, who was Piaget, the child behaviorist. And who else was he? And Carl Jung, I said that right. And he was Dostoevsky also. Okay, so this is all I'll talk about. What's his name? Rafael Maldonado. I had a few words with at lunch. He had been telling me about Samson because he had beautiful hair, and Raphael had beautiful hair, and he cut it, and when he had a lot of hair, he looked just like Charlton Heston, who he had been in a past life. And I keep telling him, stop cutting your hair, that's your strength. And he said about the story of Samson, that Samson cut his hair and lost his strength, and he prayed God to get his strength back. He got his strength back, then he knocked down the pillars in the Colosseum and killed a lot of people. And then the people, I guess the Jewish people, got so mad that Samson had been wronged, that they were up in arms and they killed the evil people. So in a way, Samson was a martyr, like Jesus Christ was a martyr, and like Eve was a martyr. All these years suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous fortunes. I used to be Shakespeare. And so in this Bible that I'm writing, I'm going to tell the truth about what they did to Eve, so that they're going to see she was more of a martyr than Jesus Christ was. And that's why they call her the first female to reach the level of Jesus Christ's conscience. So I want to tell you, Samson was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Was Samson. Okay. Alright, so this is all I have to say for now. And I will talk again on another video when I have more information to share with you. I am known, according to Deborah Murdoch, Dr. Mike Murdoch, who was St. Paul, I'm known as the Queen of Information, so I do give a lot of knowledge. Okay, it's my red songbird in New York City. So long for now.